We're here to tell the truth.
There are people that I believe are very good in acting.
Okay.
People who are manipulative. So when a person, the first stage where you come to me and you tell me about my deeds and I pretend to be repentant. I pretend to...
You tell about what?
You tell me my evil deeds, the scenario you gave. Yes. So how is a person supposed to discern when the person is just being dramatic and manipulative and when the person is actually sorry? Because I can act, I can, fake to be very sorry and then go back and just, should I say, upgrade my hypocrisy. Yeah. Maybe I can tell the guy, okay, please don't come here to see me again. I'll meet you out there.
Yeah.
But then I still live my life that way. I just make it more hidden. So how do we deal with that in the body of Christ? How do we unravel the whole mystery?
Well, I believe that a hypocritical pretender eventually will be outed. Do your part.
Okay.
You can't control what goes on in the heart. Just do what the Lord said. I believe God will reveal it eventually. God reveals things. There are people who pretend. I've had a situation like that 20 years ago. I knew a brother, and he seemed to be a serious Christian, but it was discovered, I discovered amongst others, that he was a hypocrite. And if he's confronted, he would act like he repented. And maybe he was sorry or just sad that he was caught, but I think he kept on being quite crooked. So it's unfortunate that there are people who lack the fear of God that much, but you can only do what you can do. So in 1 Corinthians 11, he goes on to say, this is why there are many weak, sick, and even asleep or dead among you, because people were eating the bread unworthily.
Yeah.
That bread represented one loaf, the body of one body, and we are eating it into each other, ingesting each other's strength. Yeah, but and he said some people were doing this in a way that is unworthy. They're doing this in a way that was wrong. He said in verse 27, 1 Corinthians 11, therefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eats and drinks unworthily eats and drinks judgment to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So the Lord allows us to undergo judgment and chastening, so that we will not be condemned with the world. Just like earlier with that brother, hand him over to Satan for the destruction of his flesh, that his spirit might be saved. Other than that, he'll be condemned with the world.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted punishment to prevent the possibility of external uncontrollable punishment. Yeah.
So I don't know if this is my final question, or maybe whatever you're going to say after I ask this question will bring up more. So in a scenario where this person gets, we're at the fourth stage and the whole church knows about the person, how then do we handle the younger Christians in the congregation? Because some of them do not have proper understanding of scriptures and the essence of the discipline. Some of them may be like, oh, pastor went too far. Even after the pastor gets to explain, and even when they say, okay, do not eat with this person, they're like, no, they're doing this person a favor. They're, showing love.
They're wiser than God. They're wiser than God. And they'll give account for that. Hebrews 13:17, obey those who rule over you and be submissive, for they watch out for your soul as those who must give account. Let them do so with joy and not with grief, for that would be unprofitable for you. So if they've chosen to do the unprofitable, 1 Peter 5, likewise, you younger, submit yourself to the elder. Likewise, all of you submit yourselves one to another and be clothed with humility, for God gives grace to the humble. Be clothed with humility, for them to presume that they are wiser than those who have gone before them and who are there. Better be rooted in reality. Yeah.
Still with young Christians. For example, the person that was brought out in front of the church is someone that these young Christians have looked up to, like, this is the papa, this is the mama, this is the prayer coordinator. They've looked up to this person like, as I continue this journey with God, I want to be like this person. How do you help them to not get discouraged? Look at them and say, oh, if this person could fall, what chance do I have?
They stand a good chance. They should make sure they don't make the mistakes he made. Galatians 6 verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, you who are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. All right, so why you have to be meek about restoring someone is that you too may be tempted. So I think it can be done with explanation to the house. When they do part, if that person is gone, let them know, if it could happen to this favorite leader, it can happen to me. So be cautious, learn the lessons. If that leader is repentant, he or she may be able to teach the rest of the church greatly valuable lessons.
Yeah.
If they don't personalize that discipline, they can use it to be a blessing. If they personalize it and keep thinking, oh, I'm so ashamed, all of this, then sadly, their incident won't bear much fruit.
All right. So I believe that's all I have to ask you for this episode. And I'm grateful you got to share and answer a lot of questions that have been in the hearts of people. We've learned about church discipline today. We've learned what it is and what it is not. And if you've been traumatized by things that were perceived to be disciplinary measures taken by your local assembly, I believe that you can reach out to us. You can talk to us. You can say something in the comments, or you can reach us on our social media handles and share your story with us, and we will reply. We will get in touch with you and help you overcome your traumatic experiences, because that's what brethren do. And Jesus said they will know that we are his disciples, we are his people, by the way we show our love to each other. Thank you very much, sir, for your teaching, and I hope that you guys will follow, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell us even more things that you'd like us to discuss on the Red Chair Truth with Udoh. See you in the next episode.
Grace and peace.